Global crackdown on KidFlix, a major child exploitation platform with almost 2 million users. That is the headline from Europol. Here's the stuff you didn't read. Launched in 2021, the dark web-hosted website known as KidFlix quickly became a haven for pedophiles around the world by offering its users the ability to both download and stream child exploitation material. It originally attracted users by offering low-res previews within Telegram chats and other online spaces where pedophiles often meet and interact. Then, it funneled them to a site where it took payments in the form of various cryptocurrencies. This allowed it to become one of the most profitable and well-organized sources of this type of content in the world, raking in millions upon millions of dollars for the site's administrators in just a few years. At the same time, it also grew to be one of the largest repositories of this type of content on the dark web, as its users were encouraged to add their own new homemade content to the site. Many unfortunately did, and by January 2025 it was hosting more than 91,000 videos, with users submitting an average of 3.5 videos per hour. However, that would fortunately be its peak, as on March 11th, a years-long multi-country investigation finally took it offline. So far, not many details have been released about the investigation itself, nor about the people running the site or its estimated 1.8 million worldwide users. However, Europol's article did report several notable things. The operation was headed by German police, but involved investigators from over 38 countries, including the US, the UK, Canada, France, and Australia. Thanks to their combined efforts, 1,400 individual users of the platform have been backtracked and identified, 97 of whom have already been arrested. In Germany alone, police carried out raids on 96 locations, collecting more than 3,000 devices that stored child exploitation material. They also estimated that 39 children have been rescued from their abusers as a result, though that number is still going up. As for what is known about the users themselves, most were between the ages of 20 and 40, with the average being 31. But some were as old as 70 and as young as 19. Most, as stated, were required to pay to obtain access to the site, but some were able to unlock certain content by assisting in the site's community-driven organization. Users who didn't want to pay to access the full site could earn tokens to view certain content by helping to label, organize, and categorize the website's illicit material. One of the few people mentioned with any amount of specificity was a 36-year-old man who had searched for abuse images on the site, as well as offered his own son to be featured. This child was one of the ones rescued and has now been placed in the custody of Child Protective Services. As of today, the website itself displays the following message. This hidden site and the criminal content have been seized by the Bavarian State Criminal Police Office on behalf of the Office of the Public Prosecutor General in Bamberg. The article also notes that the investigation is still ongoing as police continue to identify and arrest its users, rescue children from their abusers, and distribute information to other law enforcement agencies around the world to do the same. This episode of The Stuff You Didn't Read was written, produced, and hosted by me, Matthew Markham. Thanks for listening.